So let's set the stage here. You've been out, you're walking in the rain, you're lost, you got your flashlight, and it finally dies. What do? Well, something like this could really come in handy in a situation like that. This is the Mizu Emergency Water Activated LED Flashlight. Okay, so this is really a cool item. This is something that can save your butt in an emergency and is very lightweight and very affordable. These run about $10, $9.98. I'm going to open this up for you. So these are made in Japan. They have a 10-year shelf life unopened. And they are a water-powered flashlight. Kind of a cool little feature. They are sealed in here. We're going to open this one up because we're actually going to use it to demo. I do have another that I've put away for my own personal emergency use. But they are vacuum sealed in there. So let's see if I cut it low enough. There we go. And they are all ready to go once you open it up. So these work in a really interesting manner. Basically, you see the bottom on these here. You're going to soak that in water for about 5 seconds, and you're going to have about 72 hours of light for each activation. This will activate with as little as a spoonful of liquid for 5 seconds. You can use water, milk, juice, even urine, believe it or not. They will work, and they will run for a total, after activation, of 400 hours. So if you soak this in water, run it for 72 hours, and need to re-soak it, that's a 72 hours and 72 hours cumulative, up to 400 hours it will work. Very neat little design, very small, very lightweight. They weigh about 1.141 ounces. Dimensions are 3.4 by 1.69 by 0.75 thick. So it's definitely something you can keep in, at home, at work, in a bug-out bag, a backpack, for when your main flashlight dies. Now, how do they work? Well, this device is called the galvanic cell. It's been around since the late 1700s. Basically, it's a magnesium-powered battery that is activated when you put carbon and magnesium together with water. You're creating a chemical battery inside of this. So these have been used for years in remote areas where there's no kind of infrastructure or batteries or electricity, and they work very well. So let's get this thing out some water in here. And you will be able to get these in different colors. If black isn't your color, they come in white, orange, and green. So we're just going to soak it in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can see already the light has come on. Now you see it dimmed, but it's on. So you can turn a red flasher. You got your high, red flashers, and there. So we're going to do a quick little demo in the dark here and show you it's not a ton of light, but it's a pretty cool system. We're going to show you what it looks like. Now my camera probably won't focus very well in the dark, but we're going to give you an idea. See, not very focused, but you get an idea. You do get some decent light out of it. Let's see if I can focus it. And you will be able to move around. We're just kind of going to point it around here. It's not a super bright light, but it will save your life if you really need some light to see what's going on in an emergency. And it's definitely an affordable product. Before I turn the lights on, I forgot to show you the second feature. It does have an emergency red flasher, and that will run for 72 hours continuously as well. Now let's get the lights on. So you see it in activation. You see it's actually a pretty neat little system, very simple to operate. You literally hit one button for the white light, the other button for the red flashers, and turn it off, and that's it. And you can turn it off. Now it will dry up in there eventually, and you'll have to add more water, but you can turn it off for a couple hours here and there, turn it on when you need it again, and then turn it back off. So it is kind of a handy little item. I think in a get-home bag, something like this that's super lightweight is really handy. If you don't want to lug around a flashlight all day, if you're at work and you're kind of a business attire, you can't exactly jam a 1,000 lumen flashlight in your pocket all day and look normal. So you can put something like this in your gear as an emergency backup, and maybe your good flashlight in there. You don't want to submerge the whole thing. All you got to do, like the instructions on the back here say, is just put it without that much water, like I did there, and you let it sit for 5 seconds, and you get light. It actually came on as it was sitting in the water, which was kind of cool, even though it wasn't turned on. You see if it does it again. No, it's already activated. But as you can tell, it doesn't take much to to dip the water in there and get it going. So I think it's a really handy little item. They run about $10. I will leave a link down below where you can check them out. No batteries to charge, 72 hours on each activation. You get about 400 hours, like they say. And when you're done with it, you just dispose of it. It's, you know, it's a disposable flashlight. Basically, all you're using in there is some carbon, some magnesium, and the water activates it and creates a battery. So it's a really cool little simple item. Definitely lightweight. It's not going to weigh your pack down at all. And when you really need light, you'd be amazed at how a small little light like that can really light your way. I know the camera doesn't do it justice here because you can't really see, but I literally turned off all my lights in this whole room, including my studio lights, and I walked over here with this just fine. I was able to see where I was going perfectly fine. So it's probably about 5 lumens, not super bright. There is nowhere on here that says how much it is, but definitely a cool little item. So that's about it. They say do not put it directly into anybody's eyes. Cartridge life depends on humidity. When it's not in use, keep it in the sealed container and do not submerge the light past the line right here. So very simple instructions, very easy to use. You saw it took 2 seconds to activate. No problem at all. They run $10. I will put the link down below. Underneath that link, you will find our Amazon affiliate store. If you're interested in checking out anything that I review on the channel, for the most part, I try to put it in there in case I forget to give you information on weight, specs, whatever. Don't forget to check out our freeze-dried wholesaler's link down there. He has fish now. Freeze-dried pollock, cod, all this other stuff. So and tilapia, I believe, too. So don't forget to check him out. Don't forget to check out our My Patriot Supply link, which is preparewithiridium.com. Definitely want to check that out. Get yourself some food. And I want you all to stay safe and stay prepared.